He is a truly good-hearted person who many admire, value, and look up to. Many seek his counsel because he is trustworthy and wise with the advice he offers. Many of you know the man we are celebrating today as Father Ryan or Mickey. But to me, he is my Uncle Mickey. Let me take a few moments to give you some personal insight as to the Uncle Mickey I know and love. I can remember as a child, excited every time Uncle Mickey would come to visit. He would bring us each a Hershey candy bar. We were all very careful with this candy bar, as you see, because if we didn't pay close enough attention to it, his golden retriever, Buster, would snatch it right out of our hands. Even to this day, we still have to watch out for his golden retrievers, his kids, as he refers them to, Sly and Dolly. One will kiss you to death, while the other gets into as much mischief as she can. And you can certainly tell because at times you can smell her a mile away. As many of you know, my mother, his sister, died 24 years ago. She left behind 5 children. Our ages range from 12 years to just 4 years old. And as you can believe, the death of my mother was a very devastating time for our family. And for many years after her death, I lost my way and struggled with many personal issues. I was always told if I ever needed help to go to my Uncle Mickey. A while back, I asked my uncle for help. He was very gracious and opened up his home to me and my son Joey. I know I wouldn't be where I am. I know I wouldn't be where I am today without the help and guidance of my uncle. My Uncle Mickey gave me and my son a safe home to live in while I worked and went to school. He helped me provide a loving and stable home for my son. He has taught me that there is more to life than just settling for, and that if I want anything good out of life, I have to work for it. Because of his encouragement, I am now a more independent, strong, and confident woman. I have a broader view of the world today because he has helped me open my eyes to life's greatest possibilities of happiness and opportunities. Today, we are here celebrating my uncle's 40th year anniversary. I say this with great pride. This is a wondrous milestone not many can say they have achieved. I was talking with a friend a few weeks back, telling her about my uncle's achievement, and I said, 40 years, wow, what an accomplishment. I don't even think I'll be at my job for 5 years, never let alone 40 years. And I thought to myself, 40 years, what does that say about someone? It tells me, his family, friends, parishioners, colleagues, and the community that he is dedicated. He is devoted to the Catholic community. He believes in his faith and does this by serving as a living example of a Christian servant. During Mass, baptisms, weddings, and funerals, he brings others to realize God's presence in their lives. His messages have a way of letting people know that he understands our pain and any shortcomings we may have. He relates to our suffering with his own personal stories he shares with us week after week. He brings us the message of hope and calls us to a greater sense of justice by teaching us to treat everyone with the same respect and remembering that we are no better than. That he is hardworking. He is the only person I know who works 7 days a week. His perseverance can be seen in both his professional and personal life. He has dedicated many hours to the restoration of this church. A couple of years ago, he would come here every day for hours to paint the gym. He wasn't afraid of getting his hands dirty. If something in the church needed to be fixed, repaired, updated, or painted, he would first try to do it himself. Our Lady of Providence has had their gym painted, new gym floor installed, roof repaired, parking lot repaved, the inside of the church painted, and the altar renovated with marble because of his commitment to giving the church parishioners a beautiful church they can be proud of. That he is extraordinary. He is an amazing person, a man that has done many good deeds in his life. We learn each week about the truly inspiring person he is by the stories he shares with us of his past. Stories of the time he did missionary work in Ecuador and Bolivia, or the time he helped one of the villagers deliver a child. My uncle spent many hours at the hospital visiting children in the cancer ward. Many years ago, he helped George, a young sick boy who was diagnosed with cancer. My uncle would visit him at the hospital, spend time with him, and supported George and his family throughout all the surgeries. My uncle was this young child's rock. He gave George encouragement throughout all his tribulations and hope for the future ahead. A few years ago, George invited my uncle to his wedding. It was a blessing for my uncle to see how his faith helped George to become a better person. These are only a few examples of the inspiring deeds my Uncle Mickey has done. I am always bragging about my Uncle Mickey to my friends, co-workers, and even strangers. I do this because I take great pride in calling him my Uncle Mickey. He is the person I am most proud of. He is a kind person with a big heart and always willing to help someone in need. He is someone who treats strangers like friends and friends like family. Thank you for giving us 40 beautiful years of your heart-dedicated work. Your deeds have not gone unnoticed. We hear them in your stories you share with us every Sunday, and we see them every time we walk through these doors. From the bottom of my heart,